Hi, it's Shannon again, and she's back. Pardon me, but I did record a video earlier this morning, and it ran out of time because, like I had mentioned, I can be so long-winded sometimes when you get me going. So I apologize for that, and I'm just resuming it now. It's later in the afternoon, but I'll try to sort of pick up where I left off. um, I was touching on a few things, but I think kind of where I left it was that myself, um, identification of a lot of issues that I personally have, um, in regards to my gender identity disorder, and it's servicing those issues with professionals that's really going to help many of you, and will help you in the whole process of your decision making if you really think maybe you could possibly be transitioning in the future. So you're encouraged to seek professional help. There are so many people that go out and self-medicate and do things, and I'm not criticizing again. I'm just not going to do that. But people do it, and many people I really feel transition, as I touched on earlier. I think in their minds or something, they want to be this beauty queen or this fashion model that maybe or maybe not they could never achieve that even with a successful transition. And the outcome of that is maybe they aren't really a transsexual, and everything is superficial, and you need to be aware of there, and you need to. I think the professionals are there to help you identify these kinds of things that you know are distinctive. So you know, tread lightly. Just you know who you are, and uh, I know the challenges. Again, if you're older, that's kind of where my conversation went today. Is if you grew up, if you can rewind 40 years, and then some maybe, and know how issues were toward uh, a community like ours in those days, and how it has evolved to now the 20th century. We've come a very long way. Yes, we have further to go, but that power that I spoke of in the numbers, and the more people, the more exposure and things that we're able to uh, do and have today is only going to benefit us in many regards, in all aspects. I think of being accepted, and and that's a big word. I mean, even accepting yourself, and now you want the world to accept you. So our lives are just challenged from the get-go. Um, People with a gender identity disorder, and it's an important subject. It's an important issue, and it needs to be handled, you know, I think professionally, and for the best outcome. Because there's nothing worse than hearing the statistics and all the suicides and all the negative repercussions of somebody that may have been helped somehow along the line had they gone to get the right help, or sought the help in the right avenue. So it's horrible, and personally for myself, I had mentioned, I recognize that I have many um, dysfunctional aspects or parts of my personality, and I've been able to reflect and identify a connection in my gender identity disorder. A lot of the issues. I think I've been able to actually dispel many of them and be and feel like I'm becoming or have become more productive, and my mind seems to be moving in another direction. My thought patterns are beginning to change, and I don't know that those are all hormonal changes. That's possible, because hormones are part of the gender identity disorder therapy, the hormone replacement therapy, and there is some reactions that you get from that in the physical, definitely, and definitely mentally. And I'll talk about those in future videos. From a personal experience, everyone's are different, but what I'm experiencing in the short period of time that I have been on HRT. So, even at my age, they say, oh, well, you'll see very little results as the older you get. Well, this may be true. I'm still getting results. I'm 10 months. My endocrinologist, she seems to think that things are going well. My blood work is well. My health is good. She's been very, cautious and following my blood work, like every 3 months, and everything is good. And my body is responding physically, and I'm definitely responding mentally and emotionally. And I can feel those changes and see obvious changes, physical changes. Um, so when people say that the changes or what the effects for an older person are so minimal, it's not always true. Um, I think it's a genetic thing, possibly. It varies from individual to individual. Um, I'm getting some good breast growth. 10 months, I'm starting to fill a B cup bra. Um, and my sisters and siblings and my mother, they weren't real large breasted. I mean, my mother was sort of large breasted. She had 12 children. Um, but my sisters were all just, typical genetic females, and maybe full A's and B cups, and unless they cosmetically fix that, and I think only one of them has. Anyhow, I'm running out of time again, and I needed to kind of put a cap on the last video I did, so I came back to try to do that a little bit, and maybe we'll definitely talk about these things that I've covered today, this morning and this afternoon. In other videos, I'll get more specific and try to stay to those, but as I mentioned, I'll try the first few videos just getting in front of the camera and seeing what comes out of my mouth and what follows, and it may bring up some interesting points, but it's going to help me really get a roadmap for what direction I want to go. I have so many things to talk about, and I look forward to doing so. So hang in there with me, give me a chance, and I'll really try to improve on the quality of my videos as well. I mean, I know it's poor recording quality. I'm limited, but do the best I can, okay? I'll talk to you all very soon, and incidentally, I'm enjoying all of your videos, so keep it up, girls.